Kitsune, kitsune, kitsune means fox in Japanese. True story, it actually does. Hello, wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam and I'm a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Over there. What was that? The world may never know. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus features like behind the scenes content, outtakes, and my Vocal Anatomy 101 series. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. So as I said, one of the tiers does allow you to fast track a reaction, and that is exactly what Kitsune has done today. Oh, that kind of rhymed. Cool. Now, Kitsune has asked me if I would check out a guy called Max Changmin and a song called Devil. And I think it said in the notes that the song is a cover of a Swedish song. So I really don't know what I'm in for here. But it's the music video. So let's just go and see what we think. And hopefully I don't critique the video too much because I tend to do that. But let's try not to do that. Let's go. Owls. I love an owl. Whoa, hello.
수없이 불어오는 것엔 시련에 막혀 길 잃은 아이처럼 단 한 걸음 못 내딜 때
Nice. Okay, so just, I think we're going into a chorus already. I can see lyrics at the bottom here. It's gone really dark in here all of a sudden. Should I now switch a light on? Oh, right, okay. So I don't know if he recorded the backing vocals here. He may well have done. I'm not too familiar with his voice because I've just heard it for like 10 seconds. But that... that is classic low larynx, okay? So if you were to take your normal speaking voice, say hi, hi, and then just try and age it. Try and think ghost, try and think aged. Hi, hi. You bring everything down here, but the actual note doesn't change. So it's actually ooh, which is quite an achievable note, but it sounds super low when you drop the larynx and you get ooh. It's really, really cool, really effective. Low larynx is such a good, rich character choice for that kind of rolling backing sound. His actual singing voice in the first verse that I've heard so far is really nice. It's very mid-place, so it sounds very speechy, and also there's a lot of little bits of fry in there, which gives a nice wee texture. That is where your folds are slack and the air is just kind of bubbling through, so it's not getting a vibratory pattern, so it's toneless, but when it's mixed in with your singing, you can kind of feel like it has a tone, if that makes sense. It's really nice. Good.
devil 내게 속삭였지
Should have paused there.
피할 수 없는 가시도 진 길을 재촉하는 현실 내게 뭐가 올 거라 Oh devil 서늘한 이웃은
Oh, I like that. Da, ba, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a really short wee riff there, but it's so effective. Lovely little lick at the end of that phrase. So again, we're still in this mid place. It's very speechy, but when he starts to get into that more intense place of devil, I think that's what it was. He gets a lot more of that tone and brings it up into his nose. So he's using nasal twang to get there. That is to do with your velum sitting between the back of your tongue and the back of your pharynx. It allows air to get up through into the nasal passage, and you get that ha kind of sound. It's really buttery, it's really jazzy, and I love it. Very nice.
So just let it rain. 소리 없이 차오른 Rain down on me. 뜨거워진 눈물이 Rain down on me. 참 내 말을 때까지 Rain down on me. 외롭다도 짓는 잠들 수 없는 밤 내가 견뎌야 할 아름다운 긴 방황의 시간 저는 두렵지 않아.
I'm going to assume that the backings are him. Now, he's getting into some really, really different territory now. He's using a lot of his head voice, almost into kind of a screamy kind of head voice, so it's got that real intensity. But in his actual singing voice, he's also getting into these higher places. He's applying a little bit of oral twang. That's where you create a little chamber above your vocal folds, and it creates a more condensed airflow, and it makes the sound even louder, especially in the human ear, because that's the actual frequency at which it's heard. That sounded really convoluted. Basically, if you apply twang, it excites the ear canal because it's the same frequency inside the ear. I hope that makes sense. Look it up. It's called singer's formant or squealo, or just oral twang. There's also a little bit of grit coming through here, a little bit of texture, and we're getting that from, I think, his false vocal folds, possibly. Could be a little bit of arytenoid rattle as well. So the arytenoids, for want of a better term, they open and close your vocal folds. They're at the back end of them. And if you them together, you get that kind of sound. But also, your false vocal folds, you get a kind of sound. So it could be a tiny wee mix of the two, because it was a very gentle rasp. It wasn't like crazy or over the top or anything. He's exciting. I like him.
So just let it rain. Rain down on me. 소리 없이 차오른 Rain down on me. 뜨거워진 눈물이 Rain down on me. 다 메마를 때까지 Rain down on me. 운명이란 이름으로.
Okay, so this is like a combination of oral and nasal twang. It's kind of got both going on at the same time, so you get that really pushed sound. I think the language somewhat kind of encourages that kind of sound, because there's a lot of that back place sound in a lot of the words that he's singing anyway, so it kind of just encourages all that placement to come up into this kind of twangy kind of area anyway. So it doesn't sound like super jarring, whereas me doing it sounded quite irritating to me. He's really good at turning the tone on and off and changing up things, and you never quite know what he's going to sound like next. It's really nice. It's almost like a one-man boy band. He's got so many voices there. It's great.
뒤틀린 광야 속에서 빛을 향해서 걸어가. Rain down on me. Rain down on me. 뜨거워진 눈물이 Rain down on me. 참 메마를 때까지 Rain down on me. Come on and let it rain. Rain down on me. 터질 듯이 타올라. Rain down 지친 가슴에 뜨거워진 눈물이 Let it rain on me. 다 메마를 때까지 Rain down on me.
Like that ending. Wow. Oh. You were the deer? You were the deer the whole time. Stag. Oh, the devil. Right, okay, I get it. Got it eventually. At the very end. This is why I don't watch music videos. Because I don't understand them. Okay, so we heard a lot at the end there. There was lots of that pushed sound, and it kind of combined with all these textures. He's getting them from numerous different places. I'm thinking there's a little bit of slack fold in there. I'm thinking there's a little bit of constriction from his false vocal folds. It sounds super laboured, and I hope that it's done in a super healthy way. I mean, it sounds like it is, but if you're trying to sing like that at home, just be careful, because if you're using constriction where you should be using other forms of texture, then you could potentially hurt your voice. So just be careful is all I'm saying. What a beautiful voice. Amazing. Liked the tune as well. Loved the song. Loved the video. Love, 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 love. So big thanks to Kitsune for recommending that song. I really, really enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, then give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you'll be the first to know. I had a total blank, could not remember how to do YouTube. Another lesson for you is don't film when it's snowing outside, because it gets light and then dark and then light and then dark. And that's all my comments are going to be. Like, I can't see your face. Now there's too much face. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I don't know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And if you like this video, then why not subscribe to me? That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Anyway, bye.